You are not listening to another episode of Renegade Podcast, and I'm gonna be interviewing one and only album reviews. I've been a fan of this channel for a while, and I recently discovered it after a video that they did, about Kid Cudi. But that was a couple years ago. But I recently discovered it on my, YouTube homepage, and they're again great YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this is gonna be fun. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
Not too bad.
Alright, okay, good.
Yeah.
But what you been doing recently? I know you put out that YouTube video recently. I really like that one. So
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of just started getting back into the whole YouTube thing. I took a hiatus for a while.
alright.
Yeah. Just because I don't know. I guess kind of my motivation for doing videos has kind of changed over time. At least what I find motivation in doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I started this channel back in I was in high school when I started this channel. It was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's I've definitely grown and changed a lot just as a person since I started. So I guess I'm kind of just trying to keep up with that, and also just the whole landscape of internet content is really different too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very interesting point. What was the inspiration behind your name and your channel logo?
So 108 Mics, it's a reference to the song Iron Galaxy by Cannibal Ox. It's the first song off of the Cold Vein.
Okay.
And Brodal Mega says fuck 5, I want 108 mics, like Mics in the Source.
Yeah.
And my buddy Jetfire actually helped me come up with the name because I was talking to him about starting the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of talking about that album, and it came up, and he was like, "Hey, maybe you should call your channel 108 Mics." And I was like, maybe I'll do that. And Here we are now.
Interesting. It's interesting you said you started pre-COVID. That's how I discovered your channel. And one of the first videos I discovered was your Little Ugly Mane video. That was a really good one. And the amount of detail you put into it was very, very awe-inspiring. How long does it take to make a video like that, edit it, and put all the things into that one sort of video?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that particular video probably took me okay, so honestly, the longest part is writing it. It can take me weeks to a month to write a video like that, especially something that's more longer form.
Yeah.
And what I did before is I would just write the whole thing, and then I would record and edit it, and then the recording and editing process would maybe take a week, and I would just kind of lock in on that. And yeah, I guess writing takes the longest part just because it's I get writer's block. It can kind of take a while to just think of what to say,
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say definitely 3 weeks to a month ish.
Okay. Interesting. How can I say this? What you mentioned that you was on hiatus, and I was sort of asking that question myself because you stopped uploading videos for almost a year or a half or something like that. What was the cause of that hiatus? Was it because of just burnout, or was it just something else?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just burnout, and I guess just kind of lack of motivation. And it's I was kind of saying before how the landscape of internet content has changed a lot, and I think that I've just kind of still need to learn how to adapt to it, I guess, because now everything is very short form. There's TikTok and shit. It's that's the shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's and when I started, I feel it wasn't like that. Because I started in 2019-ish, so I guess more long form video essay content was kind of at the forefront. And yeah, I don't really know. I guess I was just I was in college, and I was definitely busier with college stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I just became a lot less chronically online, so to speak.
Okay, interesting. I was going through your Instagram, and you shared this clip from an Adam Freeland episode. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
So what was that about?
Let's see, which one was it? I don't really remember.
The most recent one. Most recent.
But, Most recent one. Let's see. Yeah, I don't remember which. Who was he interviewing?
Yeah. I was just thinking because maybe you know that guy and you wanted to promote him, or maybe...
Nah, I just listening to his podcast.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good interviewer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to do more interview content myself.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right.
Trying to get better at doing that.
All right. So it's interesting you mentioned sort of the changing landscape, because that's the one thing I noticed. Right, because the reason why I started this podcast, funny enough, was to sort of offer sort of an alternative to like the short form and the sort of the video essays that don't really talk about the subject at hand, and sort of talk about someone's gripes of something that they sort of made up in their head, kind of thing. I want to sort of combat that. And the other thing I found was so interesting was just like the one. I honestly here's my hot take. I think that the Club Shay Shay interview, Shannon Sharp's podcast with Cat Williams, fundamentally changed the way that we look at interviews, period.
Oh, yeah. That was huge.
Like, think about it, right? Think about his podcast blew the fuck up, right? Obviously. And then you look at things like Call Her Daddy, Pivot, all those podcasts also blew up in relation to that. Because it sort of showed a more raw look at celebrity in general, right? And also it became a platform based for sort of a lot of up and coming acts in multiple sort of fields, like entertainment, like movies, TV, music, comedy, especially, right? So you know what I'm saying, like that's why like stuff like Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel, and even things like Conan don't really exist anymore. Right?
Yeah, like, I think late night shows have kind of been replaced by streamers.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of fulfill that cultural area. And that Cat Williams interview, I think, came at, like, the perfect time, too. Because, like, that was right when all the, like, Diddy shit was happening.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And also, it's something... Because I was talking about this with someone else. Like, I was talking about this in the last... interview I was doing, and I was this guy just mentioned the fact that he felt like what was your thoughts on the because it's been almost 2 years, right? Since the Drake Kendrick beef. Like, did you had a side in that? Did you pick? Or did you just sort of watch the whole spectacle?
So so I think by the time that started happening, I was very jaded as a music fan, and I guess that this kind of plays into like my hiatus too, because I would say, like, for me, 2021 through 2023 were, like, really weak years for music. Like, nothing was, like, really hitting for me. And so, like, I heard that, they were starting to beef, and that had been, like, a decade in the making. Like, there's been, like, so many sneak disses and stuff. And I heard the Like That verse, and I was like, oh, shit, that's cool. But, like, I think because I was very jaded as a music fan, I still kind of felt like, oh, it's just, like, publicity, whatever. But then, like, I heard Euphoria, and I loved Euphoria, and the night everything went down, like, when I heard Meet the Grams and shit, it's funny, I didn't hear the songs until, like, the night after. My sister was graduating law school the night that everything happened. I was visiting her and, like, doing stuff, but then, like, I checked Twitter the next morning, and my entire Twitter timeline was, like, only about this. And I remember specifically seeing this one Open Mike Eagle tweet where he said, Meet the Grams is especially sinister because Adonis is going to listen to it every day and there's nothing Drake can do about it. And I was like, holy shit, what did I miss? And then, like, I go on Apple and I see there's, 2 new Kendrick songs. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I
don't want to interrupt you, but my whole thoughts on the beef was just like, I don't know, man. Something felt off. Like obviously those two guys have been going at it for a while, but there was this sense of like somebody stepped in. Somebody had. I couldn't get this sense. Couldn't get rid of this sense that there was some kind of board meeting, somewhere in the Hollywood Hills or some shit, and Lucien Garange and Lear Cohen were like talking to each other, like, hey, as you said, because there was a lot of videos around that time where music is done and it's not hitting the same, and the next thing you know, you had two of the biggest artists in hip hop the last 10 years or so, last 15, 20 years, besides Kanye, to go at each other. And now it's like, anytime any of those three artists, like Cole, Kendrick, Drake, or even people that are like affiliated with those people, like think of like Lil Wayne, think of Baby Keem, it's all about that beef. And something in my head telling me that like that must have been intentional, right?
Yeah, no, that was my first thought when like I heard they were beefing. I'm like, like it feels kind of corporate, like people love, a fight, like it's like it was going to be a spectacle regardless. And like, I guess it didn't strike me as like being as real as it was until I heard Meet the Grams, because I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that Super Bowl show was fucking crazy too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something that, awesome. Because did you remember like when Joey Badass tried to take on like TDE's like D group, C group? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I do. Like,
and yet for some, then next thing you know, all I'm seeing are tweets about Joey doesn't have the resume to go against Kendrick. I'm like, what are you talking about? Jay-Z did a whole song dissing Jim Jones for 5 minutes straight, right? So like it doesn't make any sense to me. Then I realized, okay, like people want competition, but when it's against the top guy, then all of a sudden only 2-3 guys can go against him. Doesn't make any sense. Right, like I don't know if you watch. Do you watch any sports?
Like not really. I don't like keep up like super attentively. I'll watch like football and stuff, like with friends, but it's more like kind of a social thing.
All right. Okay. You must know LeBron James, obviously, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Can you imagine, right? There was this because so SB Nation is this YouTube channel that sort of delves into like sport beefs. Like that's what they specialize in that. And there's one video that sort of I've been thinking about recently. It was a video about it was LeBron versus Deshaun Stevenson. Perfect comparison I'm trying to make, right? LeBron was like he was sort of like Jay-Z, at that time. At that time, we're like, everybody knew he was great, but it felt like okay, where is that crowning moment, right? And then Deshaun was like Jim Jones, right? Like the antics were sort of overtaking his actual play. Right? And those two guys clearly did not like each other, right? There was a clear winner in the beef, yet no one was saying, yo, man, Deshaun Stevenson, man, he doesn't have any resume. He's barely an NBA player. Like, no one said that, right? So, like, that's just my thinking. Like, I can't shake the feeling, like, it feels like, a lot of these sort of conversations around certain artists, certain, subgenres, what I'm saying, feels kind of intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a house of cards that's sort of being built up, and when the top guy is in no use, and it'll all come crashing down. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but you know what I'm saying. So
yeah, like it feels like, would you say it feels like corporate or like intentional?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Interesting. What was your favorite album of 2025?
Let's see. Ooh, what was I like? I did. So it's a Balloonerism by Mac Miller. Although that was like a posthumous album.
Yeah.
That was technically recorded before.
Yeah.
So aside from that, I would say Showbiz by Mike.
Alright. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that one was so good.
Interesting. Do you watch any like movies, shows?
Yeah. Me and my girlfriend just finished watching Pluribus, the first season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the new Vince Gilligan show. It's it's sci-fi. It's really different. It's kind of like philosophical and like really interesting. But yeah, it still kind of has that like it's very slow. Like it's very like Vince Gilligan Corp. But yeah. It's really cool.
I'm with you on that. I got to get around seeing that, but another thing I've been thinking about is that there's been sort of this rise of people not wanting to enjoy something, and like how can I say this? But like hate watching or hate listening. How do you feel about that trend in general? You know what I'm saying?
Like, Do you mean like people going out of their way to shit on something?
Yeah.
Or just like being contrarian or like...
Yeah.
Because, yeah, no, I definitely see a lot of that. Like, I guess I'm trying to think of a more recent example of, like, something that came out that was, like, bad that everyone was just kind of dogpiling on.
Maybe the last season of Stranger Things. I felt like...
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. Yeah, I didn't really get into Stranger Things, but a lot of people were, like, talking about that and, like, just hating on it. But, like, I do think that is kind of an interesting trend. I've gotten off of, like, Twitter and stuff. I'm not that active on social media these days, I think, because I would see a lot of trends like that, and it would just kind of piss me off. Like, I don't know, every time I would go on Twitter, I would just not feel good after.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, like, I've definitely trying to get off of social media more, which I think is also part of, like, why I've been taking, like, my YouTube hiatus.
Yeah.
And I just kind of have to, like, you know, focus on what I feel like is important and, like, just putting out things that are quality.
Yeah.
But I do think, like, I think something can be so bad that it's, like, funny and memeable, you know? Like, I remember that last Weekend movie.
Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Yeah, and, like, I kept seeing that clip where he's like, shut the fuck up. That shit was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, like, you know, the one thing I've been I sort of adopted a new mindset of, like, you know, let me try to get some enjoyment out of something, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
no matter how good or bad something can be, out, like, because it's this great example, like, yesterday, like, you know, I watched, you know, Crime 101, you know, in the theater, and, look, that's a great movie, man. I think, you know what I'm saying, you're into that Michael Mann, you know, you know, Drive, Ryan Gosling, like, that's the, you know what I'm saying, like, that's sort of,
yeah, like, that's the vibe.
Yeah, that kind of vibe, right? And, you know what I'm saying, it's something so interesting is, like, you know, you mentioned the hate trends, right? Another one that's kind of been sort of under discussed is kind of, what, you know, remember when, like, you know, did you watch Tron Ares when it came out last year?
No, I didn't, but I saw a lot of people, I heard the soundtrack, though, because I like Nine Inch Nails, but... Like, I didn't end up seeing the movie.
Yeah.
I heard very mixed things about it.
Exactly. Right. And, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you don't understand, like Tron Legacy, like, the movie prior to Tron Ares, that movie, like, changed my life, bro. Like, I remember...
Yeah, Tron Legacy?
Yeah, Tron Legacy, yeah. I was in the theater, me and my family, I was in... Because I live in Canada, right? So I lived in Brampton, it was near Toronto. And there's this movie theater near our house. And it was packed, and it was just incredible. Like, the scene where, like, Sam Flynn is riding through the freeway on his Ducati and Daft Punk soundtrack is just blasting through the speakers. It was nothing I've ever seen before. Like that feeling, I've been trying to chase that feeling in anything. There's been a couple projects that got close. There's been a couple movies that got close. I think Tron Ares was the one that matched it the whole way through. Maybe I'm biased because it's Tron, and I've just sort of been begging for a third Tron movie essentially my whole life. So seeing it on screen was just crazy. Like, the opening sequence of Tron Ares, to me, is probably the best opening sequence I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, bro. The scene, I saw it on IMAX. It was me, my brother, a couple of his friends, and it was just an amazing experience, man. I just think, like, if I went in there, like, wanting to hate on it, then, like, I would have been robbed of a sort of life-altering experience. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Like, yeah, definitely. I think going into something with, like, the intention of not liking it is, like, very toxic. Like, because I don't think I, like, watch or listen to anything that I think, like, I might have, like, reservations based on, like, the artist's previous work or something like that. But, like, I always try to, like, I like liking shit more than I like not liking shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned you was in college, right? During your hiatus. What were you studying? What are you doing now? Like, do you have a full-time job? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Okay. So right now, I studied journalism in college, and I wanted to do, like, kind of music journalism, and I'm kind of doing that now because, like, I work like, now I'm working at, like, a record store.
Wow.
And I, like, run all their social media and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't want to like say exactly what it is because I don't want to dox myself. Content for it online.
Yeah.
Some people might find at some point, so But yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so it's I'm in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, interesting. Like, so now, like have you ever like scrapped a video?
Yeah, I've definitely started a bunch of scripts that I didn't end up finishing. Like, one, I was gonna do like an album about like '80s albums, like these albums are 10s, 80s, but like I never ended up finishing that. I started a video about Perfect From Now On by Built to Spill that I never ended up finishing. I might end up going back to that though, because that is still one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely like. It's rare that it gets into like the editing process and then I scrap it, but that's definitely happened a couple times too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been like a ton of scripts and stuff that I've started and just didn't finish.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Who's the most famous person to say I love your work or I like your work? Could be a YouTuber, could be any.
I don't know if he still is, but Little B's YouTube channel was subscribed to me for a while. Little B.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and I know he like follows everyone on Twitter and stuff, but his YouTube channel, like when you see who he was subscribed to, he was only subscribed to like 2 other channels, and they were both like his own other channels. So I don't know how he came across. Like I reached out to him and stuff too. Like I've tried to talk to him, but like I didn't really get like a real response. That didn't feel like automated.
Yeah.
Because he probably responds to a ton of people.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I certainly want to meet the bass god someday.
Yeah. I don't know, I figured, I thought Fantano would have reached out to you.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that for sure. Like, yeah, I don't know. That'd be interesting.
That would be cool though. I actually want to ask, what inspired you to do the channel in the first place? Was there like a specific YouTuber or a specific video that you watched?
Okay, so I used to do like album reviews and stuff on Instagram, and I think I was just kind of copying Fantano at that point. And like I was doing that like since like middle school. I was doing like album reviews on Instagram, and then eventually I kind of just gained the confidence to like do YouTube.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I guess I'd say I like on YouTube I definitely pull a lot from like Video Game Donkey.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want it to be like content about music that's just like entertaining and like funny and positive, Like I like recommending shit to people. I think that's more fulfilling to me than like shitting on something,
Yeah, that's a lost art, man. Like I feel like it's so telling. Like you mentioned Fantano, right? And you go on Fantano's YouTube channel or his other channel. His most popular videos are negative reviews on an album. Yeah. Or he's shitting on somebody that granted it's deserved, but like he's still like going crazy on somebody, right? Like you go on like Sean C, you go on like Blackie Speaks, like it's always and I understand like there's a saying like negativity sells, but I think there's a point where like and not to denigrate those guys, because those guys are sort of legends in their own right, but for the other people that have been trying to copy their whole sort of shtick. Like, I think there's a point of like, self-awareness, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, at some point, if you don't enjoy anything, then why are you doing this for? Like, that's the thing. Obviously, there's a more deeper meaning to that, but...
Yeah, and I guess, like, it's one thing to shit on something that's, like, really popular, like that kind of makes sense. But, like, but I feel like if you're going out of your way to shit on, like, a smaller artist that's, like, younger, then it's kind of, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like that.
All right. Okay. Interesting. My next question to you is that what was your best concert experience?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, I saw Brockhampton back in high school.
Wow.
This was I think it was after they kicked out Amir and like Iridescence had come out. So yeah, it was probably in like 2018.
Yeah.
But yeah, seeing them was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best one. I've been to like quite a few shows recently. I saw Xavier So Based last year. That was really fun.
Okay.
I saw Blade recently.
Oh, Shadow Blade.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And also, okay, the first time I saw JPEG Mafia, I've seen him like 3 times now, but the first time I saw him, he was opening for Turnstile.
Yes.
And we mostly just went for him, but yeah, he had like
cool.
a 30-minute set, and it was like an incredible set.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually want to talk about JPEG Mafia more now because I mean I've been saying this. I've been trying to argue this point on Reddit. Are you on Reddit?
Not really.
Okay. But you know what the site is, right? On like r/hip-hop heads, right? And I've been trying to argue like that JPEG Mafia is the best hip-hop artist right now. I've been trying to argue this point, and people are like, oh, he's not lyrical enough. Oh, is this that? I'm like, what? Like,
okay, he's fully self-made. Like, he does all his own beats. Like, he does all his own stuff. And he's an incredible performer. He's a great songwriter. Like, he's so immensely talented.
I mean, I've been saying this. He has some of the best hooks in the entire game.
Yeah.
And, like, his hook game is crazy. I don't know why it's not, like, discussed enough. Everybody talks about his production, and everybody sort of talks about, you know, his cadence and his flow and his sort of voice, but no one really talks about his hooks. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He might not be the best singer, but when he utilizes, like, auto-tune, he utilizes it in a way that's, like, kind of boundary pushing in a way, right? So,
yeah, especially just, like, in context of his production. And I love all the Devon Hendricks stuff, too.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. You know, it's interesting, right? Like, it feels like, you know, a lot of the artists that are blowing up now are now older now, you know? I mean, Olivia Dean, she's like 25, 26. Ray's, she's been in the game for like last decade plus. Now she's blown up. Now she has an album coming out that they're saying might sell over 100K, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like gone are the days where like artists are blowing up in their late teens and their mid teens. Like I always say this, right? You know, besides, you know, so we have, you know, Olivia Rodrigo, she blew up in 2021, right? But like Sabrina Carpenter blew up 2024, and she was in her mid 20s. I feel like now, I think people are now sort of like kind of backing off on the whole like teenage prodigy sort of thing, because the amount of expectations is just deafening. It's suffocating. And I'm glad that people are not putting all those expectations and saying, you have to be the savior or everything falls apart. Like, I think music works best where everybody's winning kind of thing, not just one person.
Yeah. I mean, so I know Olivia and Sabrina, I think both came from Disney, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Disney, yeah.
Like, child actors. And then, like, I guess, like, Billie Eilish, like, she was, like, 18, I think.
Yeah, 18, yeah.
But that was, like, years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, like, when I think of, like, I think there's a lot of younger artists, like, in the underground that are interesting, like Red Veil.
Yeah.
And, like a lot of the Rage Rap wave,
Yeah.
like Osama Sun and Shay and all that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's where, like, a lot of the younger talent is coming from.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I guess as far as, like, new, like, pop stars go, like, it kind of has been more, like, 20s. But also, it's like pop music in general is in kind of a weird place right now, I feel. Like, because there's not as much of, like, a monoculture around it as there has been in past decades.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of the songs that are popular now are older songs because of, like, TikTok and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned that, because I've also found that, you know, and this sort of comes back to sort of, you know, Twitter being a hellscape for music, for any conversation, was, you know, Bruno Mars dropped his first single, first solo single, like, in over a decade. And yeah, all I heard was, oh, it sounds the same. I'm like, what?
That's interesting. I saw that he had an album coming out. I haven't heard the new single, but...
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Out.
It's nothing too crazy, but, like, if you're into that 2021 album that you did of Anderson .Paak, that's sort of in line with that.
That was a good one.
That was a good album.
Yeah, Silk Sonic was really good.
It's interesting. It's funny you mentioned Billie Eilish, bro, because I've been thinking about her a lot recently, and sort of like the you know, the rise that she had, you know, because people forget, like, 2017, 2018, man, like, she was sort of running things in SoundCloud space for pop music. People forget that. right?
Yeah, like,
and then
even before
2019, I say this to you right now, right? I don't think a pop artist will have a year that she's had, like, you know, blowing up like the way that she did. Because 2019, I say this to you right now, I think 2019 Billie Eilish is a GOAT tier year for any pop artist, period, since, like, you know, prime Michael Jackson, you know, Prince, and, you know, all that. Because think about it, right? She had a diamond single. Her album went #1. She won, I think she won like 5, 6 she won all the major categories, right? In the Grammys. I know Grammys are kind of antsy, you know what I'm saying? But that's still kind of crazy. Then next year, she does a Jane Bond song. She wins an Oscar. Like, it's her career since 2016, man. I'll say this to you right now. This might be the hottest take I've ever had in my on this channel.
Go for it.
I think she's had the best. She's had the greatest 10-year start to a career in terms of just critical acclaim, hits, influence, everything since Michael Jackson. And I know that might sound absolutely insane, because what about Taylor Swift? What about Beyonce? Granted, I know those people had insane starts to their careers, but like Billie, it felt different. It felt different. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, I mean, like, I guess I can't like recall like a pop artist in my lifetime, at least, that like kind of came out the gate the way that she did.
Yeah, and the craziest thing is, bro, like, she's only 24 years old, man. Like,
yeah,
like there's a world like 10, 15, 20 years from now, we're like, yo, is she in the GOAT conversation? Like, I really think, like, historically, I don't know if people really are understanding what she's doing. Like, even currently, like, if someone were to say, yeah, Billie's the best in pop music, I feel like some people might look at you like a little, like, side-eye. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because you look at the other contenders in this round. Taylor Swift, like, look, granted, like, I know her music has been sort of taken. I feels like Taylor Swift's kind of been like a lightning rod, you know.
Yeah, like, she's kind of her, like, I guess as a figure is kind of her music a lot, because like she's just such a like public figure.
Yeah. Like, I'll say this. Look, I listened to the Showgirl album, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. Like, it's not her best work, but it's decent. It's not too crazy, but I felt like the overreaction to that was kind of like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was as bad as a lot of people were saying it was, but like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's still not like something I'm gonna like go back to, really.
You know, and then you look at like other ones. So, you know, Beyonce, and she's absolutely incredible. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know. Look, I'll say this though: if Act 3, like, sort of rumored rock album, comes out and she sticks to landing, bro, it's gonna get some very, very, very uncomfortable combos, bro. Like, because you know, if I were to like tell you my like top 5 pop artists of all time, she's like third. You know,
okay.
Like, I got Michael Jackson, I got Prince, and it's her tied with Taylor Swift, right? Act 3 is her best album. I might put her over Prince. I'm being serious, right? And I honestly think she might as well be better than Prince right now. Like, I know people might be a little bit antsy with that, you know, but like, I think in the future, I think that would be the consensus. And
that's
I think,
interesting.
Yeah, you know, other artists, they're just not there yet. Like, you know, Tate McRae, I like Tate McRae a lot. You know, Canada, you know what I'm saying? I gotta rep my home country, but like,
oh yeah,
yeah, but like, there's definitely things that she can improve on. Sabrina Carpenter is amazing, you know, but I think she needs another album, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another sort of dominant year that she had in 2024. Because 2024, like, that year was just, I mean, talk about heavy hitters, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was, 2024 was definitely my favorite year for music, like, this whole decade so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had, like, because, like, Brat was really fun, and, like, the Kendrick and Drake beef, and, like, there was just a lot of good albums I liked a lot.
Yeah. You know, and then you know, Olivia Rodrigo, and, like, she's the only one I think could, like, be on the same level, but, like, I need to hear that third album, man. I need to hear it. Because I love Guts so much. And I thought her debut record is one of the best debut albums of the last, like, 15, 20 years. So, like, I need to see that third album. I think she will drop it at some point. Maybe I'm being a little bit too impatient.
Do you like Chapel Roan?
Oh, I love Chaperone. Chaperone to me, but again, I need to see that second album. Again.
Well, I heard, like, I don't know if she said this in, like, an interview or something, or I just saw it in an Instagram post, but she said that, like, her next album isn't going to be for, like, 5 years or something. Like, she's trying to be Frank Ocean.
Oh. Yeah, if she does that, then she can't.
I love Princess, but, like, come on, bro. You got to drop more music.
Yeah, I think at some point.
Like, yeah. I do love Midwest Princess, though. I think that is, like, probably my favorite, like, pop album of this decade so far, at least, like, mainstream pop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Chapel... Again, it's kind of like Taylor Swift. Like, Chapel Roan's kind of become this sort of lightning rod. And I just... It feels... a lot of it feels very, like, terminally online kind of thing. Like, come on.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, her come-up feels more, like, I guess, authentic than a lot of the other, like, pop artists' come-ups. Because she started off, I think she opened for, like, Sabrina Carpenter or something.
Yeah.
And, like, that's what kind of got her in. Like, Pink Pony Club, that song came out in, like, 2020 or something. Like, it came out years before the album came out.
Yeah.
But then, even hearing it in context to the album, like, makes it an even more, like, beautiful song, you know? Because that album's, like, very conceptual and kind of has, like, a story.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I haven't heard that from, like, a lot of other, like, pop artists that have been out now.
You know, Chapel has some of that, and this might be a very crazy take. I see a lot of, like, prime Kanye kind of energy from Chapel, where she's on that, like, I don't give a fuck what you sing kind of vibe. I'm gonna do my own shit. I think we need that. I think we need artists that are not gonna bend to the whims of their fan base all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I can definitely see her, like, she does kind of have a similar energy to, like, early Kanye.
Yeah.
Where, like, she's just, like, this artist that, like, is doing what she wants to do, and
she says how she feels, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
No filter, no PR training. I love that. I think, you know.
Hopefully, you know, she doesn't end up crashing out the same way, but, you know, we'll get there.
Yeah, you know. Speaking of Kanye, do you think he could win back public support? Like, I know that he did this whole apology letter and he took an ad out of the Wall Street Journal, but man, I feel like actions speak louder than words. I've seen this.
Yeah, like, I feel like he only did that, like, because he did the apology and it's like, well, yeah, like, he wants people to listen to Bully, like, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I do think that, like, ultimately he is going to be remembered as, like, a legendary artist for sure. And, like, this whole, like, part of his career is, like, also going to be remembered as, like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's obviously this conversation of, like, you know, separate art from the artist and all that. Like, do you believe in that? Do you engage in that?
Like,
separate the art from the artist in general, you know?
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. I mean, like, I guess to a degree, but it kind of... I think I've done that less in recent years. It's become kind of harder for me to do that, like, separate art from artists, especially, like, in the case of Kanye, because, like, all his music is kind of, like, about himself, and he also literally is making art saying, like, Hail Hitler and shit. Like, you can't separate that from, like, you can't be like, oh, but the beat is so good. It's like, dude, it's fucking, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, it's interesting, though, because, like, we could go back to the movie realm, right? A lot of young, you know, a lot of actresses don't really get that sort of thing. Where, like, I look at, like, you obviously heard of, like, Rachel Zegler, right?
Yeah.
All right, and the whole, like, Snow White thing. And I'm like, sitting back, and I'm like, bro, it ain't that serious, man. It ain't that serious, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, the movie's not that good. I'm the first one to say it. But, like, you guys are telling us to separate the art from the artist with certain people. But you guys can't do the same thing for her? Or Millie Bobby Brown? Or Bella Ramsey? Or, like, you know what I'm saying? And those people haven't even said those people have not even said 2% of what Kanye have said the last like 3-4 years, right? So like,
yeah, I'm not familiar with like what she said or like what's like controversial about her.
It's just like it's because it's more via proxy kind of thing.
Okay.
Right. So yeah. Interesting. Are you gonna watch the new Michael Jackson biopic or?
Okay, I was literally just talking about that. Like with like one of my buddies. Like I don't. It's so weird. Like this whole music biopic trend that's been coming up.
Yeah.
And with Michael in particular, that's weird because it's like, how are you going to show all the like kid stuff? Like you can't just like brush off like all of his like controversies and shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you would show that in like a corporate biopic about him.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I feel like, much as I like him as a director, I feel like Antoine Fuqua is kind of like miscast. Like, if you're gonna do a movie celebrating his life, I think like Baz Luhrmann would have been perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he did Elvis and he did Great Gatsby. His movies have a certain kind of style to them that does well commercially speaking, that people go in droves to see. Like Fuqua's movies, most of his best movies were character studies. Like, think about it: Training Day, The Equalizer, even something like Companion, even something like I forgot the movie that he did with Will Smith, where he was like they were like back in like in the like I don't know, but like the slave movie that he did with Will Smith, but like. Again, his best works is essentially letting the actor cook. And no disrespect to Jafar Jackson, no disrespect. He looks like Michael in a lot of those shots. Yeah. So shout out to the prosthetic team because I don't know how the hell did they pull that off. But like I look at the rest of the cast like, Miles Teller, like Coleman Domingo, like that's perfect casting. But like everybody else is like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe you can give it like a different feel from other biopics.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of doubt I'll like end up seeing it in the theater just because I haven't really seen like a music biopic in a theater in a long time.
Yeah, I feel like people are gonna treat this as a concert and not as an actual movie.
Yeah, I mean, like that's probably a better way to do it with Michael.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do
I
it,
don't know, like
I would have honestly preferred them to do like an event in his life, like for example, like if you were to do a movie about the time he won like 8-9 Grammys, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to change the cast. He could have just did it on like a particular event of his life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like it just feels like, I don't know. Look, man. Like I love Michael's music. I still will, but I can't shake this feeling of like, I can't shake this feeling like that people don't want him to be surpassed. You know what I'm saying?
As like the GOAT.
As the GOAT.
Yeah.
And it's like anytime, like, because it's funny because anytime an artist is having a crazy run, and they're always going to be compared to Michael, because Michael was the first one to do everything. I'm not trying to take any of that away from him, but like this issue doesn't really show up in other genres of music. You really think about it, right? When Kurt Cobain was on that crazy run, he was on with his band Nirvana. No one was saying, "Well, he has to." He's not as clearly as good as no one was saying that.
Yeah, no one was like comparing him. Well, because I guess in that example, like that was like a new thing.
In the mainstream. No one would say Chemical Romance and say they had to like jump through all these hoops. Like no one did that. But if someone were to say like if Billie Eilish were to sustain her run for like the next 10, 15, 20 years, then we might see something interesting. But like you could immediately be dismissed by that, and I don't know why. Like maybe because a lot of the best pop artists are female, so there's that like maybe a little bit of sexism, a little bit of misogyny kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think maybe it's even a matter of like solo artists. Like it's easier to compare like individual people as artists than it is to compare like bands, because you just kind of have like a name to the face and like
Yeah.
you have like a public persona and all that.
Yeah. My question to you is like, what do you think that, you know, Billie Eilish can do to sort of be in that conversation, you know, of the GOAT?
I mean, I guess just like keep putting out great records. Like, I think that's like really what it comes down to, and like, you know, like have really great shows, because that was a big thing with Michael too. It was like he was like the greatest entertainer.
Yeah. I think with her, it's like, it's sort of like she's doing it in a completely different way. So that's why people are sort of kind of uncomfortable with it. Like, she isn't like going all out. You know, a lot of her concerts, sometimes she brings a prop, or she's sitting on a chair, or she's sitting on a bed with her, like, you know, brother, right? It's like, it's all like, it's very interesting. It's like, you know.
Yeah, it's like she has like kind of this different approach to it.
Very different approach. And I think that's commendable. I think we need more of that. I think, you know, Sabrina, she's sort of, you know, it's throwback. Chaperone sort of in the middle in that, you know, someone like Olivia Rodrigo is even more stripped back. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
it's interesting. It's interesting. Like, if I were to compare it to, like, you know, I look at hip-hop, and this is such an interesting, you know, dichotomy, is that, like, you know, hip-hop doesn't have a Billie Eilish, you know, or Olivia Rodrigo, or a Chaperone kind of figure. Like, a lot of the top figures are in their 30s and 40s.
Yeah, because, I mean, I guess, like, the genre's kind of stagnated over the last, like, 5+ years.
And also,
like,
there's
really
also...
even 10+ years, because there hasn't really been, like, a big, like, the biggest new rappers, like, of this decade are, like, people that have been around for a while, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like there's this...
Doechii are, like, the biggest new, like, the most exciting new names in rap.
It's Doechii.
Yeah, definitely Doechii. Like, Doechii and Jid, but I mean, Jid's been around for a while.
Yeah. You know, and look how Doechii's being treated online. It's just, like...
Yeah.
Very disgusting, man. And I think that's kind of the reason why, like, I don't think we see a lot of newer acts sort of blow up, because they don't want to deal with that, and I don't blame them. You know, you're on the microscope 24/7. Anything you say, you do is get scrutinized to hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to be a incredibly mentally strong person to navigate that. You know?
Yeah.
And that's another point for Billie, because I think Billie's mentality is iron strong. You know, like when she said those, when she won like Grammy for like Song of the Year, I think it was a couple of weeks back, and she said like, it says she kind of said like, but she said that, right?
Yeah.
And the amount of just, I knew like people were gonna be upset by that, but like, see Kevin O'Leary saying "shut up" and saying, I'm like, bro, like, I just...
Wait, did Kevin O'Leary respond to that?
Yeah, she did. It's just like, in typical like Kevin O'Leary fashion, right? Like, unfortunately, he's
like,
Canadian, so we have to deal with his
like...
bullshit. But like,
oh my god,
yeah, you know,
fuck that.
Yeah, but like, it's so interesting because like, I look at it like this, right? You know, Jack Harlow's album is gonna come out in a couple of weeks, and I think his blow up is probably a lesson of like why people don't want to blow up anymore. It's not worth it, because like, I've been following Jack since like 2020. My brother showed him to me in 2019, you know, and the amount of people that switched up on him after he blew up. Because when I first heard What's Poppin', I'm like, okay, this is going to the fucking moon, man. It goes top 5 Billboard charts. The remix with Lil Wayne, Tory Lanez, when Tory Lanez was actually liked in the community, goes number 2. Right, he blows up. He gets Grammy nominated, and 2 years later, he drops like his debut album, so his second album that blows up, and he's getting all the love in the world. Gets a Drake verse that might have ignited the beef again. Who knows? And it all I heard was like, oh, they're trying to do this whole white rapper thing. Oh, he's a plant. Oh, he's this, he's that. And here's the thing. This is coming from a long-term listener of the guy. All those takes baffled the fuck out of me. It really did. and maybe it's just online shit, but like seeing, because Kanye invited him on the Donda 2 like album listening party in Miami. I really remember when he came out. I'm just like, yo, this guy made it. He's gonna be here for a while, and he kind of just faded away.
Like he fell off.
I wouldn't say he fell off. It kind of like he kind of faded away intentionally. Like you could say he fell off, but like I don't know. It's so interesting because like look at Jack. I don't know how someone could like viciously hate on a guy like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People forget he turned down a record deal at the age of 16 years old to focus on himself, like personally. People forget that. People forget Sci-Hi the Prince.
I don't know a ton about the Jack Harlow.
People forget Sci-Hi the Prince, Bryson Tiller. They co-signed this guy. 2018, 2019. People forget that. And maybe because people just, attention span is just shot. But it's an easy Google search, man. And another example is Roddy Ricch. That whole era he had in 2019, 2020 was just insane. I still remember that. And in 2021 drops this album, second album. And I didn't even think it was that bad at that time. I'm not even the biggest fan of that kind of music, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to deny that Thailand is not a banger. We're not going to act like that song does not bang in the car, bro. But seeing all these people clown on him, I don't know, man. It's kind of heartbreaking, man. Not going to lie. Because, you make it, and all of a sudden, it's they're trying to rewrite what you did in real time. I cannot, and I feel like that would be unfathomably frustrating. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, if you're, coming up in the industry and, everyone's just shitting on you.
Yeah. I could even look, man. I know someone like Lil Xan was not good. I'm the first one to say that.
I forgot about Lil Xan.
Total Xanarchy, that was
yeah,
that was bad.
Oh my god.
But the Charlie XCX track was actually kind of good though. So who knows? But it's just seeing him get trashed on and shitted on for just existing. I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, it's I guess that's just the internet, and I guess that's when you become famous, you kind of that's a thing that you kind of just have to accept. I guess is that people are gonna be shitting on you or watching you more attentively.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of haters are just people that have nothing better to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and also it doesn't help that there's a whole economy of that you get rewarded, you get money off of that. I mean, Stephen A. Smith, prime example of that. I mean, the guy's gonna try to run for president. What?
Yeah, I heard about that.
What? I mean, this guy's gonna invoke LeBron James' name in the debate about housing, house affordability, bro. I cannot wait. It's just absurd, man. I mean, I really feel there needs to be a change of attitude that the way that we talk about people in general. I think because a lot of shit that people say about people online, they would not say that shit to their face, and they're cool
that's
with that.
very true.
Think about this, right? This is the last time I mentioned her name, but think about when Billy blew up and all the people say, "Oh, she's an industry plan and this is social engineering and this is the Illuminati," all that stupid nonsense. They will not say that shit to her face. Then they will wait hours and hours just to see her face, get an autograph, get a picture, brag about it on her friends online. It's just, man, I've seen the script too many times, man.
Yeah, I guess, and I think everything you're saying is kind of why I started to get off of social media. Just because I think I would see a lot of this shit and I would just be man, I don't want to, I guess engage with this kind of energy.
Have you thought about making a video about this sort of phenomenon, or?
Not really. But, I mean, I do think it is interesting, though. Something I have thought about doing is, making a video about, streaming and how that's kind of changed people's perception of art.
Yeah.
because I think like art is very much devalued by streaming, and like back when you had to like buy CDs and shit, it's like you would listen to that CD over and over, and you kind of had like this connection with it.
Yeah.
And like, but with streaming, like now that you have everything, I think that like kind of devalues a lot of the art, and I think that that's changed a lot of people's perception of it.
Yeah, I think there's this thing where I don't know who said this, but people's first impression on something are often their last impressions of that something. So whatever new information comes after the fact, it doesn't matter. They already made their minds up, and that's going to change their minds. And I just that quote, man, like that reply. I feel like that applies to everything now. You know, like I mean, you know, I don't know if you listen to this album, but like this, it was like 2 weeks ago. It was like the 10-year anniversary of Majid Jordan's debut album, self-titled. And I was re-listening to that recently, and I can't shake the feeling of like, man, people really dismissed this album just because it sounded like The Weeknd, and that kind of drives me crazy. Like, they're not even the same two, like, realms, musically speaking, but, like, that was the narrative back then, and it didn't make sense then, and it doesn't make sense now, so.
Yeah. See, okay, yeah, I have not listened to this album, but, I mean, I guess, like, let's see, so, okay, he's on OVO.
Yeah, Majid Jordan's on OVO, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, so is he Canadian?
Yeah, they're Canadian, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, sorry, I'm not familiar. I mean, I guess, like, that, like, I feel like people are going to compare, like, a Canadian artist to The Weeknd anyway, just because they're Canadian.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, they were comparing Jesse Reyes to The Weeknd. I'm like, I don't know about that. Like,
yeah.
Like, Jesse Reyes' music is more closer to something like Kehlani or like...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or her, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, interesting. What album are you looking forward to this year and why?
Thundercat's dropping an album.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna
like
be
early April. I'm looking forward to that one. I've loved all the singles so far.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
what? Okay, this might be something new, but what pop artist do you think could make a rap album, and that album could actually be good?
What pop artist can make a rap album that would be good?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to think of like current pop artists that like could rap, because I don't know, because like I don't think I could see like Billie Eilish or like.
You know what? Actually, I was gonna say that. I think you would have. Honestly, here's my second hot take.
Like,
honestly, I think
like,
if you were to say this, right, considering her connections to hip hop and how her music resembles a lot of hip hop back in like the SoundCloud era, especially when she started out, you're not gonna tell me if her and like Metro Boomin were to do a mixtape together, and she were to get like guys like Denzel Curry and Vince Staples and Future and like Travis Scott, you're not gonna tell me that wouldn't at least sound good?
I think that would be cool. And like, yeah, and it's like she's like doing more like the hooks and stuff.
Yeah, I honestly, like, hear me out, but like, I really think about like, I feel like if a pop artist were to do something like a Funk Flex freestyle, that would go crazy. Like, you know, or something like.
Yeah, I would love to see Billie Eilish doing a Funk Flex freestyle.
That would be the coolest shit ever, bro. So, yeah.
I feel like there would be a lot of memes.
There would be, but I think it would sound good. Like, I think her taste making of her taste level to me is like next level. And also, I just think I think what sort of gets discounted is like her versatility. It like there's a song that I don't know, it got leaked when her first album came out, and it was her and Valet and a couple other people. And granted, she said this remix collaboration is fake, but let's say it was real. That song is called "Lying to You." That song's fire, And there's another song that she did with Made in Tokyo that almost made it to the album, but it didn't. That song's fire. She did in the song Sirens. That's fire too. Sure, she wasn't rapping, but she did the backing vocals, and she did songs with Staples, on her first EP, and then she did something with Labyrinth. Like, come on now. Like, I think it would be crazy. Like just imagine this. Imagine, because Metro Booming's been doing a lot more like specialized like mixtapes the last couple years, right? Like he did this mixtape sort of last summer, sort of highlighting like the futuristic era of like Atlanta trap music. But I really like that album. I know some people are kind of because it doesn't have a lot of like notable names besides the usual suspects. But I thought it was super cool, right?
Yeah.
And then there's Nelly. He did this announcement a couple weeks back where like he's saying like him and Metro Booming and his group, the Saint Lunatics or whatever they called, they're working on a mixtape. I don't know. Okay, that sounds cool. So like I don't know.
That does sound cool,
right? Like I think I'm not saying this has to be Metro Booming. It could be Michael Made It. It could be Hit Boy. It could be anybody. But
right.
I really think, man. I'm just saying, like I think she could spit some bars. Like, I'm not saying like she could all of a sudden like go against a major rapper in a beat. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, a lot of these pop artists, like they're a lot more versatile than people think, man. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I mean, like Olivia Rodrigo is definitely very versatile. Like she even does like the rapping stuff.
Yeah.
Like she was doing that a lot on Guts.
I mean, Ariana Grande kind of had like that little like hip hop era back in like 2016, 2018. So that was, it was interesting.
We need Janelle Monáe to come back.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, for sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Another video that you did I found was really cool was the Kid Cudi video, Speeding Bullet.
Oh yeah.
That video was fire.
Thank you.
That video was fire. What compelled you to make that video? Actually, I'm actually interested.
Honestly, okay, so like I was like going through a breakup around that time, and I was listening to Speed and Bullet to Heaven a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like playing a lot of the songs from it on my guitar and shit. I'm like, this is a really good album, and I think that like I could kind of see there being like a resurgence for it. I think there kind of was on like Twitter, like people were just talking about it.
Yeah.
Because I find that album really interesting, and it is one of my favorite Cudi albums.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I felt like that album's just become so infamous because of the Fantano review and the Big Quit review where Big Quit was just like standing there absolutely flabbergasted.
That Big Quit video is hilarious. Like he doesn't even finish the album.
He's just like standing there just so baffled. Like that was funny.
Yeah,
man,
it was funny.
I was re-listening to that album recently. I couldn't shake the feeling that if some other artist did this, like there would have been a much different reaction to it.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because Kid Cudi's been making rock music since he started.
Yeah,
like literally like Pursuit of Happiness and like Erase Me, like Mr. Rager, like those were like rock songs. Like
Wizard.
Yeah, Wizard. Like he's literally been like more of a rock. Like I think that he's such an interesting artist because I think that I view him more as like a pop artist than like a rapper. But I think that he kind of has like this really interesting intersection of genres. And I think for him to just go full raw with a guitar and just kind of like spew everything out, in like this very unpolished.
Very unpolished.
Is
yeah,
really
but I think that's. But I feel like that was sort of done intentionally. I've always viewed Kid Cudi as like this sort of modern hip hop version of like Kurt Cobain, a sort of tragic figure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because like he was super different like when he first came out, and like honestly, like I'm not like super hype on his new music, but like he is a legend. He is one of my favorite artists.
Yeah. I mean. And also, people forget, like, we would not have 808s and Heartbreaks and Yeezus without him. So I'll forever.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll forever shout him
Like,
out for that.
Yeah.
That alone.
Yeah.
That alone.
Like he did so much.
If Olivia, I'll say this, if Olivia Rodrigo did a cover of Speeding Bullet to Heaven, like the title track, I'll tell you this right now, it'll go to the moon. Like seriously.
Dude, no, I would be here for that.
Or like Billie Eilish did like a cover of like Confused. That album.
Oh my god, yeah.
That will crazy. Interesting. Yeah. What artist do you think? Okay. My next question. What artist do you think is like overhated, for whatever reason?
Overhated? Ooh,
yeah,
that's a good question. Let's see. Who's like overhated now? I definitely have like had an answer to this in the past. I'm just kind of blanking right now. Let's see. Now, do you like? I guess you mean just like in general.
General.
See, I feel like a lot of the artists that like I guess like Kesha's first album, for example.
Oh yeah.
I think like people hated on that too much, but I think that's kind of like a classic now. Kesha is like I think generally liked now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say two answers. I'm gonna say Big Sean. Like people forget, man. Like he was running shit in the early 2010s, bro. Hip hop wise, like Dark Sky Paradise. To me, that's a classic album.
A big album.
That cover alone is one of the hardest covers of any hip hop album. I'll say that. In Paradise, the extended version of that, bro, that's his best song. Like, straight up. And I don't know why he did not market that song more. I really don't get that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in 2017, bro, I Decided that's a fire album, too. Even his latest album is actually pretty good. Like, 2024 one. I don't know. It feels like he sort of kind of just, like, became a legacy act kind of thing.
Yeah, like, because he had some big songs, and then, like, I feel like he kind of fizzled out. I actually didn't even know he had an album from 2024.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say this, 2013, if we're going to take our minds back to, like, 2013, I would have said Miley Cyrus, bro. Like,
yeah.
Her artistic evolution is absolutely crazy to me.
Yeah, her newest album was really good. But she had a lot.
Did you hear that 13-minute song she did recently?
Yeah.
That song's amazing. Like, I'll say this, though. Bangers, like, that's a great album, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great fucking album, bro. Another one I would say is French Montana. Low-key. Like, say what you want, man. But the career he's had... Low-key is kind of remarkable for a guy that wasn't even born in the U.S. Like, he was an immigrant. People forget that. Like, he almost died a couple times. You know what I'm saying? He was really in the streets, man, like that. And it's cool to clown on him because sometimes you say some statements that's kind of crazy, but like, like I would say this though, like he kind of influenced a lot of like New York hip hop in his lane. You know?
Yeah.
For sure, like, I would say this, his mixtapes with Harry Fraud, like, we wouldn't have Griselda without those mixtapes. People forget that. Like...
Oh, shit, yeah.
Like, he was doing that kind of sound back then. May have not been as good rapping-wise, but, like, all of it was there. Another one, I would say Jim Jones, kind of low-key. Like,
yeah.
I think he was like A$AP Rocky before A$AP Rocky. You really think about it.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
The fashion, the flows. Like, A$AP Rocky even has songs referencing him. So you could clearly tell without,
that's true, yeah.
like, Cameron and Dipset and Jim Jones. Like, there wouldn't be no A$AP Mob, period. There wouldn't be no Raider Clan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, another one I think, recently, though, I would say Lil Wayne, man. A lot of people are playing on his name too much, bro. It's pissing me off, man. Like...
Yeah, well, okay, I think, the backlash to the Carter 6 was kind of surprising because, like, yeah, it wasn't that good, but I don't think it was that much, like, worse than, like, any of his more recent stuff.
Exactly. It's the Kendrick fans, bro.
Wayne, but, yeah.
It's the Kendrick fans, man.
Yeah.
Those people are those people are becoming the new Snyder cult, bro. I swear, like, they just, bro. Some of the worst takes I see have come from them, OVO stands, like those two, bro. It's really it's those two are like Hitler and Stalin, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, no, like, yeah, I just thought it was surprising because it's like, just, I don't know, Lil Wayne hasn't had like a great album in a long time anyway, and like Carter 6, I don't think is egregiously worse than like, I don't know, like Free Wheezy album or even the Carter 5.
Yeah.
Like, it does have that Peanuts to an Elephant song, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like, if an artist, though, like, think about this for a second, right? Let's say you gave that beat to like someone like a Danny Brown or something like that. It would have been a much different reaction.
Yeah.
Because he excels in those weird ass beats, like
I could totally picture Danny like flowing on that beat.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
because it is really different.
It is different. Like, you know, there's but you know, another person I think, another female artist that I think is getting way too much flack. I would say Taylor Swift, kinda. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, I guess I feel like a lot of the discourse around Taylor isn't even like about her music.
It's just unhinged, man. Like, look, there are things you could criticize her on. I'm the first one to say that, but when you have like subreddits of like 100,000 people going after everything that she does, I'm sorry, those people need fucking therapy, man.
Yeah, it's like you need to like worry about yourself and not
exactly. Like, oh, she's not a socialist. Like, what? Does she have to be a socialist to make good music? Like, I just, again, it does not make any sense to me. Like, Taylor Swift has not changed. Like, yup, you changed.
Like,
kind of thing.
I feel like she kind of feels like an exception of like this, because the whole like obsession with like celebrity culture and stuff feels very like early 2000s like TMZ type shit.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's kind of fizzled out except for Taylor Swift. She's kind of been like the lone figure in this like obsession, you know?
Yeah, and here's the funny thing in the world, like, you know, like, the funniest thing is, like, I feel it just keeps happening. And, you know, it reminds me a lot of like what Tom Brady was going through with the Patriots, where like you had this guy that was so fucking great, and yet you had to hear arguments that he was never that great, and then you look back at it now, it's like, how could people say that? Well, I mean, if, again, I get it. I feel like, you know, because there's just been this conversation about, like, you know, Taylor Swift needs to hand off the torch. Like, why?
Yeah.
You have to take it from her, kind of thing. You know, that's why I love, like, the whole, like, that's why, like, when Taylor Swift and, like, it felt like Billy's team and Taylor's team were kind of beefing. I kind of love that, you know? Because it's like, you have two artists that clearly value competition, right? And we're not backing down. Granted, it kind of went haywire, as it always does, but, like, I think in 25, 30 years, I think we're going to look at her so differently.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I also think Taylor has, like, a whole... I mean, she has, like, a whole team that feels way more, like, corporate. Because I remember when Brad came out, like, it was going to be, like, the #1 album, but then, like, Taylor put out, like, the 35,000th version of the Tortured Poets album.
That was funny.
Like, it's like, oh, yeah, this is #1. It's got to stay #1. Like, you can't be #1. Like, I have to be #1. But it's like, there comes a point where I don't know how much of it is, like, Taylor herself versus just, like, this whole team of people. Because, like, she's become so much bigger than herself, you know? Yeah. And
also, like, her marriage to Travis Kelce just make things that much more crazy. Like, you have the greatest tight end, like, but maybe somebody who might have had the greatest career in pop music besides Michael Jackson. Like, it's gonna be fireworks, man. Like,
yeah, like, even that felt kind of like I don't know. I guess I'm like questioning how, like, real it is, you know? because
Yeah.
it feels like even that feels kind of corporate, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Maybe
it's
because
this
I'm more
picture
into
perfect
football
image,
than
you
you,
know?
that I think, I seeing that in real time is crazy. But
Yeah.
another person I think is too much hate. This is a man, this might have been maybe more of a throwback answer. I'm gonna say Logic, bro. Like,
Logic.
yeah.
I'm kind of a Logic hater. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. But I'll also say Macklemore, man.
Yeah.
Macklemore got fucked over by the after winning all those Grammys, bro. You cannot tell me otherwise. Think about it,
Yeah.
right? He was an independent. Him and Ryan Lewis, what they pulled off with the heist, I don't think will ever be replicated ever again. Think about it. Those two guys were independent. No, they were not independent with an asterisk like Chance the Rapper or what have you. They were independent in the truest sense of the word. They were grinding away for almost a decade before that album came out. It blows up. They get big features on it. Like Thrift Shop and Can't Hold Us are two of the best, I think, rap songs of the 2010s for what they were trying to do.
Like really good songs.
Yeah, like Can't Hold Us and that music video, bro, different level, right? And here's the funniest thing in the world was like those guys were actually talking about real life shit. Like they were talking about addiction and they're hell. I mean, it's so funny. Like, I mean, they're talking about all these real life issues, right? They're talking about gay rights before it got legalized in the United States, right? And people were like, "Oh, it's tacky. Oh, it's this, that, and the third." I'm like, "What?" And then 2016 comes around. They have another big hit downtown. And they made this other song about, this I think it was a sequel to a song that they did in mid 2000s called like White Privilege 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
That song, I say this with all honesty. If someone like Kendrick Lamar did that song, there would have been a whole different conversation to it. There really is. You listen to that song and you look what's going on in the US right now, it's like it's prosthetic kind of thing. Even though those things have been happening for literally my whole lifetime, essentially, right? And I think the industry looked at that, the execs looked at that, like, and said, like, nah, this can't happen again. So they started to, I think, push the algorithms to be more negative and sort of scare people off. Because Macklemore, like, his last couple songs, he's been talking about the genocide in Gaza, which I think I cannot commend him enough for doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like whenever he drops an album, I'll be there. And I think, look, what's true? Is he cringy? Does he make songs that kind of gimmicky? Yeah, but you cannot tell me he isn't 100% authentic what he does. And I respect that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like a lot of the artists that get hated on are artists that are themselves fully.
Yeah, I think that's true.
And they don't compromise for anybody. I think I'll mention her name again. I mean, Chappell Roan, like, she's herself fully. She's not trying to be like anybody else, and people get threatened by that, I think.
Yeah, people aren't ready.
Exactly, people get threatened by that because there's this sense of like, and also I feel like, I think a lot of the time that there's something that Pitbull said. Mr. Worldwide said he did this interview back like in 2020, I think, and he said something super interesting. He said, "I love haters." I'm paraphrasing. I love haters. You know why? He said like he was kind of like he said like they're like the fuel to my gasoline, because at the end of the day, they like he said something like they want to be you, in a way.
Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah, that's very true. Like, dude, I remember the first time I got like a hate comment and how happy I was, because I was like reaching people that weren't like inside of my own bubble. It's like, wow, like somebody authentically clicked on me and authentically didn't like it. That's how I know I'm reaching people.
Yeah.
And like I was so happy about that.
Yeah, for sure. Do you listen to D Blunt?
Yeah, I love Dean Blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I really feel like
one of my most requested videos is a video about Dean Blunt, which, yeah, Dean Blunt's great. It's just like, yeah, that would be like kind of a hard video to do, you know?
Yeah. I'll argue this, though.
I mean, I think it's possible.
I'll argue this, though. I think Dean Blunt is one of the most revolutionary artists of the last, like, of the 21st century. Like,
yeah.
I just, the way, the way that he does music, the way that he approaches art is just, like, you can't, like, those kind of people don't grow on trees, man. That's all I gotta say. Like,
Yeah.
I'll say this, him and A$AP Rocky are so, like, similar in the way that they approach sound. Like, you know, and that's why anytime they do something together, it hits every single time. I mean, like, you know, another artist, you know, evolution that kind of doesn't really get talked about enough, I would say, is Young Lean, low key.
Oh yeah,
like especially like his Jonathan Lindor. Yeah. Like, yeah, I I might not like all his songs, but at least I can say like, okay, he has like there's something distinct about him, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, and he's like delved off into more like rock music and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so did Dean Blunt. Like, yeah, Dean Blunt's like evolution is so interesting.
Yeah, he's so interesting. What is your favorite movie of all time?
Ooh, that's a good question. Honestly, okay, it's probably between a few. I really love Good Time.
Yes.
That's definitely up there. The Incredibles is up there.
Oh man, same. That movie slaps, bro.
Like, yeah, like I loved it as a kid, and I love it more the older I get. And I don't think I could really say that about like any other movie.
Yeah.
Climax is up there.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a fucking crazy horror movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely like obsessed with like the Safdie like filmmaking style.
Yeah. Yeah. You watched Marty Supreme?
Yes.
You liked it?
I've seen it like twice now.
Did you love it?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was awesome.
Alright. Who's your favorite actor/actress?
Probably Philip Seymour Hoffman. As far as actor, and then actress, I love Emma Stone.
Oh, Emma Stone's amazing.
Yeah,
Emma Stone's amazing.
Yeah.
I actually want to talk about Emma Stone a little bit. Emma Stone's run, man, ever since La La Land, like,
yeah,
crazy, just crazy, man. Like,
there's
a world that she wins her third Oscar for Pergona. And if that happens, do you think, like, her and Meryl Streep, does that become a conversation, or she ways away from that?
I think that could become a conversation.
Okay. Do you think, like, I mean, conversely, right? If, like, Leonardo DiCaprio wins for one bout after another, do you think, like, that could be his moment? Okay, this guy's the GOAT. No one's close. He needs to, like, keep doing more those kind of performances.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's already kind of, like, legendary in that way, you know?
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
So, like, are you excited for The Odyssey?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably watch it. I haven't really, like...
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because I've been saying this. Like, if Christopher Nolan, if this is his best movie, I don't know how you don't say he's the GOAT. Again, he has everything. He's done everything. He's dominated 3 different decades of filmmaking. He's dominated pre-streaming, post-streaming. Like, there's no, like, kinks in his armor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, how do you feel about that?
I'm honestly not, like, the biggest Christopher Nolan fan. Like, I don't know. Like, I think his, like, style of filmmaking is kind of, like... I don't know. It's not that appealing to me a lot of the time. Like, I do think he has some great movies. Like, I really love Memento.
Yeah.
And like I think his movies are really interesting, but like I don't know, I kind of get bored at a lot of them.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Have you watched him from last year, like the sports horror movie?
No.
All right. Okay. All right. Interesting. What was your celebrity crush growing up?
I think my first crush as like a kid was Selena Gomez when she was in Wizards of Waverly Place.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. When I was a kid, that was definitely like my first crush.
Okay. For me, like this is funny. Like I used to have like day crushes. Like I used to like watch a movie and I would like fixate on like a particular like female character and then their name escapes me the very instant the movie's done. Like one example was Juno. It was Ellen Page, not Elliot Page. Ellen Page.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like I don't know why I shouldn't like that movie is like almost like R-rated, and somehow I watched a bit of it. And I was like, I don't know how that was even possible, but yeah, for some reason I just I was fascinated for like a day, and I just forgot.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, like a decade later, you know, like not even a decade, like even like more recently, like because I played The Last of Us, like there was like this PlayStation store somewhere in Toronto, and I played it a little bit, and for some reason, like Ellie I don't know why, like she looked kind of similar to Ellen Page. Okay, that makes sense, right? So, my first real crush was Lana Del Rey. Like, holy shit, dude!
Oh yeah.
Like it's just a funny story. I had an iPod. You know, I borrowed it from my mom, and this iPod was like from the like 07, 08. This iPod was already outdated. But somehow I was playing radio. You know, like had like, you know, in Canada there's a bunch of radio stations, and like there's like the major like 4 or 5. There was like at that time it was 93.5, it was 102.5, 103.5, 104.5, and then it was 99.9 Virgin Radio. That was the major one, right? And I put that major one on, and I heard the Summertime Sadness remix. And I'll tell you this, that song, that shit got me in a fucking chokehold, bro. Like, holy shit. That song still slaps, bro.
It does.
I searched Lana Del Rey up, my jaw dropped. I'm like, god damn, like, and I couldn't stop thinking about her. I was having daydreams about her. It's funny enough, that's how I kind of got into Yeezus, in a way.
Yeah. Because,
like, I felt like Born to Die and Yeezus are, like, two of those albums that, like, they never escape, you know, my playlist. They never, like, I always constantly listen to those albums. And I feel like those two albums are kind of like the two more influential albums of the decade, in a way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And those two albums are sort of trying to achieve the same thing, except in two very different ways, right? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Kanye's production team was stacked. Like, holy shit. Like, I was looking at it recently. It was like, there were songs he had Hudson Mohawk, Besophistein, Daft Punk, Brodinski, Mike Dean, Kanye himself. Those are some of the greatest producers ever on one fucking song.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And you go Lana Del Rey, it's like, it's granted, there are names you would know, like, I forgot the guy's name. But, like, it was just her team. That's it. Right? And now they're kind of viewed as sort of these cultural landmarks of the 2010s. And maybe even this decade as well. Like, it's so interesting. And yet they somehow never collab with each other on a song. That to me still baffles me to this day, man. Like,
yeah, no, they could have had like a huge single together for sure.
Like, bro, I'll say this. You cannot tell me that she was not in one of those Yeezus sessions. Like, think about it. Imagine, think about Blood on Leaves, right? There's too many coincidences. Lana Del Rey covers a Nina Simone song on Ultraviolence. It's called Black Beauty.
Right.
And Kanye samples a Nina Simone song on Blood on the Leaves, right? Lana does like she's like the singer at Kanye's and Kim's wedding, right? Lana Del Rey, Kim Kardashian are like they're really good friends. I don't know how I don't know how that's now, but back then they were really good friends and stuff. So like, you know, like even like you're not gonna tell me that Kanye did not at least think about putting her on a song then, because even Kanye tweeted like ultraviolence. Like he was like he shot his album out on a tweet like back in the day when it came out. So it's like I don't know, man.
I wonder if they have like unreleased stuff together.
They definitely got unreleased shit. They definitely. And I could not wait. I could not wait when it eventually just leaks. For some reason, all Kanye music just leaks. For some reason, I don't understand that.
Yeah, it does. And like, it's funny. A lot of the leaks are like better than anything he's dropped this decade.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like another artist, I don't know how, but you're not gonna tell me that Billie Eilish and Travis Scott don't have something in the vault. You're not gonna tell me that.
Oh, yeah, that would make perfect sense.
Like, just imagine this, bro. Like, I'll never forget this. So, I don't know why, I was listening to Astro. It's still a great fucking album. And, I was listening to, the song, Stop Trying to Be God. And that outro by James Blake, bro, next level.
Yeah.
And I can't stop thinking, if it was made now, Billie Eilish would have sung that outro.
Yo, wait, that's such a good point.
Right? And there's songs on Utopia, bro, she could have easily been on Circus Maximus or My Eyes or something like the song with James Blake and 21 Savage, Till Further Notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, that sort of comes out. But yeah. Yeah, we're at the end of the interview, and I'm gonna just play this little game. You know, you watch Drink Champs?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So they do this thing where like they sort of compare like two artists, two people. You know what I'm saying? Difference is
and you
we're not
pick
drinking.
One or take a shot.
Huh?
You have to pick one or take a shot.
Yeah. The difference is there's no drinking. You have to pick either or. You can't say both. You want to explain your choice, reason why. Cool. You cool with that?
Got you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Kanye or Kendrick?
Kendrick. If you would have asked me probably 10 years ago, I would have said Kanye. But I think just given this honestly, you might have even asked me like a couple of years ago, and I would have said Kanye. But like, I think after this run that Kendrick has been on in 2024, like he is the GOAT. So I gotta say Kendrick.
All right, okay. Pusha T or Mos Def?
Pusha T probably, because I love Mos Def also, but I think that Pusha T is just he's such a great artist.
Yeah,
and, he's the best coke rap artist.
Yeah, period. Like I would even say he's the best MC right now. Period.
He really is.
He really is, man. I don't get off the tangent, but I had a take that said Pusha T's a top 10 rapper of all time.
I agree.
And people got mad at me.
10.
I'm like, how is he not? Right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I would say he's a top 10 rapper of all time.
Yeah. All right.
I know he was, mentioned in the files, but we're not talking about that right now.
Yeah, okay. Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
All right. Okay.
I think Nas is a better rapper, better storyteller.
Yeah.
Better musical artist. I like Jay-Z, but I think Nas is untouchable.
Yeah. Zuzu or Mitski?
Shushu.
Right.
Just because I think the body of work that Shushu has is one of the most impressive, I think, from any band. Mitski's a great songwriter, but I think Shushu's just kind of on another level when it comes to making music.
Yeah. Little Ugly Mane or Space Ghost Perp?
Ooh. Probably, I think I gotta go Perp.
Okay.
I think he just has a greater body of work as far as like mixtapes and stuff go.
Yeah.
Like I do love how Lil Ugly Mane's like his sound has evolved a lot.
Yeah.
And he's like kind of broken off into like this. He's a very unique artist, like especially now. But I'd probably go with her.
All right. Okay. Yeezus or GNX?
Ooh, that's a good one. Shit. Probably Yeezus.
Okay.
Like, just because it's so explosive and like it was such a like crazy album like for the time that it came out.
Yeah.
Like because we never heard like a mainstream album like that. I really hate when like people compare Yeezus and Death Grips because I don't think they have that much in common other than that the bass is really heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Death Grips or JPEG Mafia?
Wait, what was it?
Death Grips or
You said
JPEG
Death
Mafia?
Grips or JPEG Mafia?
Yeah.
Probably Death Grips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brockhampton or Odd Future?
Ooh. Okay, I do have to go with Odd Future just because Earl is like my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
And like I think that just the amount of like legendary releases that the members of Odd Future would go on to make is great.
Yeah.
And Brockhampton, like I actually are they even still together? Or did they break up?
They broke up a little while ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, and like Odd Future obviously is broken up too, but like Brockhampton, I think like as a group, as a collective, definitely did make more music. Like the Saturation trilogy was like electric when that was coming out.
That was legendary.
But, yeah, but I think that Odd Future has just like given us more great artists. You know.
Yeah. Tyler the Creator or Vince Staples?
Probably Tyler, just because I think that his discography is like kind of more like all over the place, and like I love hearing his sound evolve. But same with Vince Staples. Vince Staples, like the way that his sound has evolved too has been really good. But I'd probably go with Tyler.
Okay. Earl Sweatshirt or West Side Gun?
Ooh. All right. I'd probably go with Earl. West Side Gun's probably like the correct answer, just because he's more like prolific. But I gotta go with Earl just personally.
Okay. DMX or Jadakiss?
You know? I'm sorry. Wait, could you repeat that?
DMX or Jadakiss?
Ooh. Probably DMX.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Tupac or Biggie?
I think that Biggie was the better like rapper and better artist, but I think that Tupac was more influential figure just like on society at large.
Yeah, you have the same take as mine, man. Like I always say, like Biggie is what people should be as a rapper, so which is cadence and flow and topical storytelling. But Pac as a figure, as somebody that's bigger than the hip hop itself, I think that's something to strive for, you know. So
yeah, absolutely.
Nirvana or Nine Inch Nails?
Ooh, that's a good one. I have to go with Nine Inch Nails just because they have more music. Like obviously, like you know, like Kurt Cobain died, but like yeah, I go Nine Inch Nails.
Okay. Trent Reznor or Marilyn Manson?
Trent Reznor.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest Marilyn Manson fan in all honesty.
Okay, interesting. The Weeknd or Frank Ocean?
I got to go with The Weeknd.
Okay.
Because you know he knows how to drop.
Okay. Billie Eilish or Lana Del Rey?
Lana Del Rey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beyonce or Prince?
Ooh. I gotta go Prince.
Okay. Frank Sinatra or Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
Okay. Taylor Swift or Paul McCartney?
Paul McCartney.
Okay. John Lennon or Freddie Mercury?
Freddie Mercury.
Okay. Millie Bobby Brown or Megan Fox?
Megan Fox.
Okay. Okay.
For sure.
Sophie Thatcher or Mikey Madison?
Mikey Madison.
Okay. Okay. Tom Cruise or Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan.
Okay. Chris Tucker or Chris Rock?
Chris Tucker.
Okay. Cat Williams or Bernie Mac?
That's a good one. Cat Williams.
Okay. Okay. Dave Chappelle or George Carlin?
George Carlin.
Who's worse, Diddy or Suge?
Oh, shit. I did just watch that Diddy documentary on Netflix.
Oh, my God.
So I'm going to say Diddy.
Alright, okay. Who's worse, Trump or Reagan?
Trump.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I mean, like, I didn't live through the Reagan era, so it's, like,
Okay.
kind of biased. But, like, I mean, Trump for sure.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Who's better, 50 Cent or T.I.?
Ooh. Probably 50 Cent.
Okay. Drake or Wayne?
Wayne.
Okay. Alright. Lil Pump or Nav?
Honestly, probably Lil Pump, just because I can think of more of his music.
Yeah, man. He really
you know.
look, man. Despite all the hate he gets, I really think Lil Pump low key was influential, bro, in his own way.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, he did kind of come out at like the perfect time.
I mean, think about this, right? Think about the whole rage era that we're in terms of just hip hop.
Yeah.
He was the first. Him and X and Ski Mask, they were the first one doing that kind of shit, man. Like.
Right, like, it is kind of the new gen SoundCloud rap, even if it's not, like, even though everything's just kind of on Spotify now. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't heard the term SoundCloud rap thrown around a lot in recent years, but,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. For sure.
I guess now we're kind of in, like, post-SoundCloud rap, so to speak.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Denzel Curry or 21 Savage?
Denzel Curry.
Okay. Utopia or Don't Be Dumb?
Ooh. Utopia.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have to go back to Don't Be Dumb, though, because the first time I heard it, I was, like, really underwhelmed by it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I thought the beats were kind of boring. Like,
Yeah. ASAP Rocky or Travis
that song with
Scott?
Doechii was really good. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
ASAP Rocky or Travis Scott?
ASAP Rocky.
Okay. Okay. Clams Casino or DJ Paul?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Thames Casino.
Alright, okay. Arca or Kasafa-san?
Arca.
Okay. One O Tricks Point Never or James Ferraro?
Ooh, shit. James Ferraro.
Okay. Okay. Eminem
Yeah, one
or
left.
Elvis Presley?
Eminem.
Okay. Okay. Metro Booming or Michael Made It?
Ooh. I'll go Metro.
Okay. Future or Young Thug?
Future.
Yeah. XXX Tentacion or Ski Mask Slum God?
Probably X.
Alright, okay. Okay. Tom Brady or Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan.
Patrick Mahomes or Kobe Bryant?
Kobe Bryant.
Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Flume or Catronata?
K-Tronada.
Okay. Alright. Okay. French Montana or Jim Jones?
Jim Jones.
All right. Logic or Macklemore?
Macklemore.
Alex Clare or John Newman?
John Newman.
All right, bro. I don't want to go a little bit of a tangent, but like, bro, Alex Clare, man, like 2011, bro, like he was running shit, bro. Like, think about this. Like EDM is sort of coming back to the forefront now, I think. And him and John Newman and Ray, like those are people kind of like in the UK, kind of merging EDM with like soul and pop, and they were kind of pioneers of that, man. Like, so
yeah.
All right, Ray or Tableau?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll pass.
All right. Charlie XCX or Zara Larson?
Charlie XCX.
All right, okay. Madison Beer or Addison Rae?
Addison Beer.
Chappell Roan or Sabrina Carpenter?
Chappell Roan.
Olivia Rodrigo or Miley Cyrus?
Ooh. Miley Cyrus.
Okay. Daft Punk or Aphex Twin?
Oh, that's a good one. Daft Punk.
Okay. Boards of Canada or Autechre?
Autechre.
Okay. Andy Stott or actress?
Andy Stott.
Yo, Andy Stott, man. You gotta do a video about that guy, man.
Yeah, Andy Stott is so good.
Yo. Wow. No, dude, this is so funny. There's a rumor that he was supposed to collaborate with some mainstream artists back in 2016. I can't even imagine what that sounds like.
Yeah, no, that would go crazy.
Yo, imagine Andy Stott with Billie Eilish, bro.
Oh my god. No, that would work.
Yo, that would go crazy.
Yeah.
Hit Me Hard and Soft or Ultraviolence?
Ultraviolence.
Alright, okay. Alright, Bon Iver or James Blake?
Bon Iver.
Alright, okay. Thinking.
Yeah, this is a good lightning round.
Yeah, it is. Quentin Tarantino or Coen Brothers?
Coen Brothers.
Alright, okay. DC or Marvel?
DC.
Okay. Alright. Batman or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Alright. Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire?
Tom Holland, but the Tobey Maguire movies are better. But I
Yeah.
like Tom Holland more, like, as an actor.
Yeah, okay. Sydney Sweeney or Pamela Anderson?
Pamela Anderson.
Okay. Alright. Marina and the Diamonds or Florence Welsh? Whatever her name is.
Probably Marina and the Diamonds.
Okay. Alright. FKA Twigs or Pink Panthers?
Ooh. Pink Panthers.
Okay. Alright, Sam Gilardi or Zombie?
I don't know, pass.
Okay. Alright, The Chemical Brothers or Fat Boy Slim?
Oh, that's a good one. I got Chemical Brothers, though.
Okay. K-Loud or Glitch Mob?
Glitch Mob.
Alright, yeah. Thinking. Dean Blunt or Johnny Cash?
Dean Blunt, baby, let's go.
Alright. Okay. thinking. All right. Freddie Gibbs or Mac Homie?
Ooh. Probably Mac Homie.
All right. Okay, that's fair. Oh boy. Alicia Cara or Sean Desmond?
Alicia Cara.
Okay. All right. Okay. Emma Stone or Anya Taylor-Joy?
Ooh, Emma Stone.
Okay. Zack Snyder or Michael Bay?
Zack Snyder.
Okay. All right. Oh boy. Second last one. Uber or public transportation?
See, if public transportation was like more readily available, then public transportation.
Okay.
But I've definitely used Uber more.
All right. Okay. Last one. Need for Speed or Forza?
Ooh. Need for Speed.
Okay.
I've definitely played more Need
Bonus
for Speed.
one. GTA or Last of Us?
Ooh. I guess probably Last of Us.
Okay. Second most one. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
All right, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. That was a lot of fun,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Appreciate it.
We showed some great chemistry, bro. Really did.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Bro, I'm glad you came on. Last thing I want to say is, when I do post this, I want to get this posted as soon as possible. But would you promote this on your socials and?
Yeah, I can give you a shout out.
Okay, thank you. Well, have a nice day, man.
I'll shout out certainly in the Discord and all that.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah. Talk to you later, bro.
You too. That is another episode of Renegade Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Same way I enjoyed this one, putting this one together. Bye.